Hey everyone, this is Franco with Wisdify, and today we're going to be talking about what XLOOKUP is and how to use it. It's really useful if you have data that is found in separate tables or different places within your workbooks, even different worksheets actually. And even if you have data from other workbooks that you want to use in your current workbook. That means that you can use data across multiple Excel files. And that's really, really cool. So let's get straight into it. Right now, you should be seeing a set of people on my screen. So not really people, but employees with the employee ID, their names, what department they're from, and their emails. But we have to fill out what projects they're currently on. So right now, let's just assume that for each person we have on the team, they can only be assigned to one project each. And we have to figure out what project they're currently on. So what we're going to do here is we have to link that to our projects table, right? So we have a table with a list of projects, and we have the employee ID here. We have the project ID to the left. So the thing here is we do have the employee ID in both tables. Now, since we have that unique key in both tables, we're going to use that as our lookup value. So usually, maybe you've worked with VLOOKUP before. What VLOOKUP looks like is you type in the VLOOKUP formula, you specify which value you're looking for, and you specify the table that you want to look for that value in. Now, if we use these two columns, we're going to have a problem because, as you can see, the key that we're looking for is in the column to the right. And the data that we want to recall is in the column to the left. And VLOOKUP doesn't handle that well. So what's going to happen is I try to do my VLOOKUP and I get everything right. I specify this table, right? And I specify that I want the column to the left. I'm going to try 2 and 0. Now, it's giving me an error. What does this mean? Am I just using VLOOKUP wrong? Now, you might say, oh yeah, I am using VLOOKUP wrong because it has to find the employee ID and count how many columns from that I am trying to take. So maybe I should just use -1 or -1. And as you can see, nothing's happening. This is actually an inherent problem with VLOOKUP. It's not your problem, it's VLOOKUP's problem. And VLOOKUP can't look to the left, right? VLOOKUP just constantly looks to the right of the column that contains your unique key. So to resolve that, we're going to use the XLOOKUP function. We type in XLOOKUP, we put in the value that we're looking for, and we don't actually need to specify a table for this lookup array. What we can do is we can just specify the column where we want to find the data. And what's going to happen here is we can specify the column that we want XLOOKUP to return. So those are actually the only 3 parameters that you need when using XLOOKUP. And as you can see, we have the details that we need. Is this correct? So let's look at employee ID 101. Does that link up with project 203? It actually does. That's all you need to know for XLOOKUP. What else can you use it for? Does it need to be in a single table? The answer is no. Does it need to be on columns that are directly beside each other? The answer is also no. So take a look at this. We're going to move on to a different data set wherein the project ID is all the way to the left, while the employee ID is all the way to the right. Will this be a problem for XLOOKUP? Not really. So XLOOKUP just has to specify the lookup value and the lookup array, which is here in column G. And then we simply specify column B as the return array. And what's going to happen here is we still get the data that we need. Now, a final test, does it work even if the data is outside of a table? The answer is still yes. So we do XLOOKUP, we specify our lookup value, we go back here and specify column H as our lookup array, and we want it to bring back the project ID. Now, if we look, oh no, what happened over here? This isn't the fault of XLOOKUP, it's my fault because I didn't anchor our range. So when we specified our lookup array, this is actually not part of the table anymore. And what I have to do is I have to lock in these references, make them absolute. And once I drag it down again, we still have the data that we need. So that's actually it for XLOOKUP. It's really easy to use and it's very useful. It's much easier than VLOOKUP even. You do have to understand that XLOOKUP is only available for Microsoft Office versions 2021 and above. And if you're working with an Excel version that is 2019 and below, you're not going to find this there. So you might have better luck with index match. But if you do have an updated version of Excel, XLOOKUP is going to be a game changer. Again, this is Franco with Wisdify. I hope this video helped you a lot. Have a great day.